We're looking at the original intent of those who ratified our Constitution and how that worked and how that can be something to get back to, its importance. I want to look with you today at the concept of vested powers. Okay. And we have to understand that all power in our Constitution is vested and just what that means. At times people talk about this concept using different words, but these are the words from the Constitution. And you'll find they're useful and helpful in understanding and also being able to help others understand exactly how our government was to work. It says in Article 1, Section 1 that all legislative power herein granted shall be vested in the Congress. It says Article 2, Section 1, the executive power shall be vested in the President. In Article 3, Section 1, it says judicial powers shall be vested in the Supreme Court. All power is vested in the government, whatever that means. You have to understand that they also declare quite clearly that power comes first from God, who gave it to man, but then all of the power that's being dealt with here is from people. It's the people's power. It's not the power of the state. It's not a power that's inherent in the federal government or the national government. It's the power of the people that we are then vesting to our federal government. It says in New York's ratification letter, and you can look this up, I believe it's in their second paragraph, that all power is originally vested in and consequently derived from the people, and that government is instituted by them for their common interest, protection, and security. North Carolina's, it says that all power is naturally vested in and consequently derived from the people again. Again, it says it in Rhode Island's. Many of the ratification letters had this specific statement. The power comes from people. We then vest that in either our federal government or our state governments. Okay? And that's how that works. If you look up the definition of the word vested in an etymological dictionary, it says that from the 15th century it's to put in possession of a person, but then going on, it's to clothe or to dress, to get dressed, to clothe or to adorn. And Webster's, their second definition is having a vest or a suit. This concept of the suit, I think, is very helpful. When you look at the British, under their system of lords and ladies, they would have a footman. That footman would have a livery or an outfit that they were vested in, put upon them by their master, their lord. And they would then serve their lord, and they represented their lord. Well, we vest our power in our government. The government doesn't have power. We do. And we simply vest it. We put it on them as a servant. As a matter of fact, it says this in several places. South Carolina's ratification letter says this convention doth also declare that no section or paragraph of the said Constitution warrants a construction that the states do not retain every power not expressly relinquished by them and vested in the general government of the Union. So again, the power is vested first by the people to the states, and then the states to the government, and also the people to the government. In the June 12th, 1776 Virginia Declaration of Rights, they make the statement this way: that all power is vested in and consequently derived from the people, that magistrates are their trustees and servants, and at all times amenable to them. This was the thinking of the people who ratified our Constitution. The government, okay, worked for them. And the Constitution they made was not a document whereby the government would rule them. It's a Constitution whereby we, the people, rule our government. And we have given them power, which is vested upon them. We have put it upon them. And like a footman or a servant, they are to serve us. It's not for them to tell us what to do. It's for them to do what we say, we've restricted that power so that we don't goof it up. We've restricted that power so that others don't goof it up. Because when it becomes unrestricted, you get abuse and misconstruction of power. This is what has happened. We have to get back to restriction of power. Otherwise, we'll continue to have abuse and misconstruction. This will simply move forward into a tyrannical type of government, one capable of ruling us in all areas. And this is not going to be good. It never has been. Somebody ends up getting really hurt. Hopefully this is helping.